The first year of the Kennedy half dollar is 1964, and it was the first and only year of 90% silver in circulation. Very, very special. But the proofs have just that story. And there are 3 coins that were actually made year 1. And tonight we have the 2 stories available. Let's take a peek. So the coin comes out in 1964 and is brought to Jackie, the first wife of her fallen husband, to approve the die. And she looks at the coin on the right, which we'll get to in a second, and says, it's messy. I don't like the hair. So what happens? The U.S. Mint says, okay, we're going to change the die. And we did. Right there, right above the ear, the whole area is just too busy. So the U.S. Mint said, we're changing it. And they did. So they went back to change it, and they corrected it. They call it a type 1 correction. And then they put in the P's and D's in the circulation, etc. Well, the second mistake was on one die of the corrected in 1964, the G serif, where Frank Gasparo, right there, the normal G is on the left, the no serif is on the right. They made one die with just a weird G as the minter's initials. So you have the accented hair as out of the chute. That shouldn't have happened, but it did. And then you have the straight G on the corrected version. And then for the rest of the series, we have bliss, and it's been that way for 50 years. But in 1964, there are 3 proof Kennedys, these being the 2 keys, and tonight they're 67 grade.
So whenever we talk about coins and special coins, one of the reasons that we find them so unique is populations. How many coins are out there? What exists out there in the world? So for 1964, there are a total number of 65,298 in 67. So let's just start there. That's the top.
And that's out of 3.9 million proof sets, right?
There you go. Right. They were made in the 64 proof set in that poly pack. So 65,000 and change are in 67 or higher. But within that, the 67 with accented hair, just 9,492. 65,000 regular 67s, 9,467 accented hairs.
And again, our competition's at $299 on that particular coin. Tonight we are $100 less at $199.95. That first proof Kennedy, the accented hair.
Taking a little step further and traveling further down the path, that straight G. And I love that we brought these out as a your choice because it's a great opportunity to own the 2 varieties of 1964. The straight G or the accented hair, or buy them both. The straight G, there are only 684 known in straight G 67 or better.
And again, this graphic will come with it. We have a graphic also for the accented hair. We'll send that out with the accented hair with it as well. So that way you can kind of, when you get them looking, you can see the contrast and why they look at it. They are subtle differences from the regular Kennedys they made for the rest of the year. But the storyline of the Kennedy half dollar in 1964 is the fun. Again, they made P's and D's for circulation, lots of coins, lots of value. And then they made the proofs for collectors. 3.9 million when the year was over, but it started with the accented hair, as you can see right there. Right? Normal hair and just too much hair. Now, I wish I had that much hair in either one of these, but that's just besides the point, I guess. Right? So the accented hair was an issue with Jackie, the first wife, and she objected, and the mint changed. Now, they should have presented her before they started making proof sets, but that's just another story, and luckily for us, they did make, so as a result, we did have coins. We do have coins. But then when they changed over the dies, got rid of the crazy hair, I guess, for lack of phraseology, there's that one die that was put into production with a different G on the minter's initials. Can't explain it. Was it Gasparo himself, because he was working at the mint, just saying, hey, I'm going to make one my own way? Nobody knows, other than today. And they've been tracking these for 35 years because Kennedys I mean, we haven't had a Kennedy in circulation for over 20 years. They stopped that in 2001. And we still make P's and D's at a clip of 1.5 million or more every year. We make clad proofs, we make silver proofs, because people love the Kennedy series. Well, this is where it all started. And there was 2 stories year 1. These are both stories, but look at the price. We're not at $2.99, we're at $1.99. And we couldn't find anybody with a straight G. Well, which makes a lot of sense because there's only 684 of them known to exist in the world today. That is crazy.
Out of 3.9 million coins made, almost 4 million coins made, 684 have the straight G in 67. We got to put a 1 minute clock up, please. 129.95 on the straight G and 199.95 on the accented hair. Both are obviously 1964 silver proof 67s graded by NGC. The graphics we're showing you will come with each one of these purchases. So if you get the accented hair, you'll get that graphic, and you'll get the straight G graphic with the straight G purchase.
Again, great opportunity to get those special Kennedys from the first year of issue. Not just a regular Kennedy, the special issues certified. But these aren't just certified, they're certified 67s. And as you referenced, in the big picture, 3.9 million proofs started the equation. From there, we ended up with 65,298 of them that have been graded as a 67. Still a very small percentage overall. But inside of that number is where the accented hairs and the straight G's live. The accented hairs are 94.92, which is a 6th, almost a 7th of the known. But the straight G is under 1,000 known. Both of them very special, and tonight certified crazy values.